So for any of you guys that are absolutely clueless and have no clue what's going on in this game, I'm going to go over the vitality items right now, explain who they could be good for, who they're probably best for, and things that you really need in your build consistently, okay? So a lot of you guys ask questions and don't understand the items. So here we go. These are your $500, 500 soul items in the vitality category. These items are going to be the items that keep you alive, okay? I'm going to go into depth all these and explain who they're good for and stuff like that, okay? So remember, there are two types of damage in the game, okay? There are weapon damage and spirit damage, okay? Spirit damage is going to increase the damage of your abilities. Weapon damage is going to increase the damage of your attack, okay? These are the abilities that are going to keep, these are the items that are going to keep you alive. Enduring Spirit, it's going to give you 75 bonus health. It's going to give you 8% Spirit lifesteal and 4% power. So for characters that get a lot of lifesteal in lane, so Shiv, for example, if you're going a knife build, or Pocket, for example, Infernus runs this a pretty good bit. Let me pull up the list of characters, and I'll go through who is Deadlock heroes. I guess Lady Guys could probably get it. There's a pretty good amount of characters that can get this. Extra health. This is just going to be good for tanking and lane. Abrams gets it. What's that character? Shiv gets this as well. I mean, you can get this on a lot of different characters if you're worried about dying in lane and you think that they're going to be playing aggressive. This is a really good item. Gives you a lot of HP, gives you weapon damage. Extra regen. This is just going to boost your health regen per second, give you ammo and bonus health. This is good on everybody. It's just going to allow you to stay in the lane so you don't have to constantly be going back and forth to the fountain over and over and over. You want to be in lane because the more you're in lane, the more farm you're getting. It is very important. Extra stamina. So extra stamina, let me go into heroes and go to Heroes Sandbox, and I'll explain what stamina is for people who don't know. Extra stamina is these 3 bars right here. Whenever I roll, it takes down 1 stamina, okay? In this game, there's something called dash roll. Whenever you roll and jump, notice this 3 bars will go blue. So if I roll, and then when it goes blue, I press space at that exact time, I dash jump like that, and you can boost really far. Very important, okay? Anyways, this is vitality, so it's going to give you an extra stamina. See how I have 4 now? Boom, done. Easy, just like that. Melee lifesteal, this is ran on a lot of characters. Stamina is always good. It's when you learn the game. Dash rolling, like I just showed you, is very important. Gives you insane movement, allows you to get in and out of team fights and live more than you would if you're just rolling and sliding and stuff, okay? Melee lifesteal, this is ran on 2 characters. This is ran on Viscous because it increases his puddle punch damage, and it's ran on Abrams because Abrams just punches all the time because his character's cringe. Sprint boots, these are very good. Okay, these are going to help you get around the map. These are going to help you get in between lane and jungles, just anything. It's all enduring speed is also really good as well. The reason enduring speed is even better is because it reduces the effect of any movement slows. So if you're playing characters that are in their phase, Shiv, Abrams, etc., Mo, all these characters that are in their phase, movement slow reduction is very good. Also helps you escape more on other characters that need to kite and stuff like that. Very useful. Healing right, this is an item that you just buy it, you cast it on yourself, and you're going to heal for 370 HP. It's also going to give you a 2 ms sprint speed. This is going to take 17 seconds to fully heal you, and if the enemy players hit you, it knocks it off of you, and your heal is no longer active, okay? This is bullet armor. This is just basically what it is. It's bullet resistance, going to take less damage when people are shooting you with their weapons. And it's going to give you 6% weapon damage. Bullet lifesteal is going to give you 28% bullet lifesteal. So when I'm shooting, 28% of the damage, I'm going to be lifestealing that back. Pretty sure that's the math on that. And it's also going to give you bonus health, so it allows you to be pretty tanky. These 2 items, this is spirit lifesteal. So when I use my spirit my abilities, so on Pocket, whenever I use this ability or this ability or this ability, or my ult, I'm going to be getting HP back. 23% of the damage I deal, I'm going to be healing, and it's going to make me tanky. These items are both very, very good, okay? Combat barrier and spirit barrier. One is for spirit, one is for shooting your weapon, okay? Now, this one is going to give you a bullet shield, 300 bullet shield. What bullet shield is it's a bar right here that the enemy has to shoot through before they can get to your HP bar and kill you. Now, if you have a bullet shield and somebody is nothing but spirit damage, then this is not useful. Okay, but it is good for a lot of other things. This is going to be a mid-gain damage spike item. While you have your bullet shield active, you're going to gain weapon damage and fire rate. You're going to gain 28% weapon damage while shielded and 8% fire rate while shielded as well. So this is good on a pretty good amount of items. Same with spirit armor, same with Enchanter's Barrier. This is just the opposite version. One version is weapon damage, and one version is spirit damage. It's going to give you plus 20 spirit power while shielded, which is pretty good, and it's going to give you 8% cooldown reduction, which is pretty good. Debuff Reducer. This is ran on any myriad of characters. It just reduces the duration of all negative effects that are applied to you. It gives you bonus HP and weapon damage and 30% debuff resist. So you're going to be stunned for 30% less. This also builds into Debuff Reducer. Debuff Reducer can get rid of Bebop Bombs. So if he double bombs you, you can cleanse both of them. It can get rid of Pocket Ult. This can do a lot of things. The only thing it can't get you out of is stuns. So if Abrams charges you into a wall or ults you, it can't get you out of that. Or Dynamo ult, can't get you out of that. Or it can't get you out of the sleep. So Haze, Dagger, and things like that. Okay. So yeah, Debuff Reducer, good item. Healbane. All Healbane it's good for is characters that heal a lot. Infernus, Abrams, characters like that. You're going to want to get Healbane, multiple on your team. Your spirit damage applies healing reduction. If an enemy hero dies under this effect, you receive a large heal as well. So if you're somebody like Shiv, Abrams, any character that's on the front line, literally any character can use this item. Just apply a 40% debuff reduction to someone by doing spirit damage to them, and then if you get a kill, you get 350 HP back. Really good item, undervalued. Healing Booster. This is good if the enemy team is running Healbane, okay? So this gives a 40% healing reduction, Healbane does. Healing Booster increases the effectiveness of your healing by 25% and increases your resistance to healing reduction by 15%. So this is going to counteract this by 15%. Okay, so with this, your healing reduction is now only 25%. So if the enemy team has a lot of Healbanes, this is a good item. Okay. Reactive Barrier. So if you get stunned, so it's going to give you ammo, bonus 75 bonus HP to a health regen. If you get stunned by the enemy, if you get movement lock, stun, chained, immobilized, slept, any of those, okay, you're going to deploy a 400 bullet shield health, so people have to shoot you before they can kill you through that bullet shield, and you're going to get a 200 spirit shield health. This is a good item if you're playing against Mo, if you're playing against characters that stun a lot, Abrams, if you're playing against Seven, things like that. This item is very good, useful. Spirit Armor, just when people use their spirit abilities on you, such as this or this or this, whatever. It's going to make you take less damage, 20% less damage, and it's going to give you spirit power. I already went over Spirit Lifesteal, very good for sustain and staying alive. Run this on a lot of characters. Divine Barrier, this is a self-cast item. You have to cast it on yourself. It's going to, or your teammate, you can do either one. It's going to give you plus 8% ability range, so my abilities are going to go further. It's going to give 75 bonus health, and it's going to give plus 1 MS move speed. The active that it gives is provide the target with bullet shield, spirit shield, and movement speed, and it can be self-cast, okay? So you cast this on your teammate or yourself, and it's going to give you, you're going to be really fast. It's going to give you a lot of bullet shield health, so people have to shoot their weapon, and then it's going to give you spirit shield. So it's going to make you tankier. The one good thing this adds also is the ability range. So people run this on Paradox because it increases the range of Paradox's swap and makes it easier to catch people. Health Nova, this is a support weapon, support item. It's going to give you 10% weapon damage and plus 100 bonus health. You're going to heal yourself and you're dealing by allies. Here's an additional 20% per ally. Pretty sure this is ran on McGinnis, maybe Ivy support, stuff like that. Restorative Locket, okay, 8% spirit resist and 5% spirit power. This item is like Magic Wand in Dota, if anybody played Dota. When an enemy, anyone around you in a 50-meter range uses an ability, you gain 1 restoration stack. Now, you can get up to 15 stacks, but you can consume it at any time. Say you're at 8 stacks, you can consume it then. 35 times 8, that's how much you're going to get a little heal. You're going to get an on-demand, like, oh, I need to be healed quick. Boom, you can pop it. Decent item. Not sure how useful it is. You kind of need slots for other things. Return Fire. Say you're against Haze or Wraith or something like that. Anytime you're in a 1-versus-1 duel against them, pop this, And for 7 seconds, 70% of the bullet damage that they shoot you with is going to be returned to them. So if Haze is doing 1 million damage, 70% of that, 700,000 damage, is going to be returned to her as well. Okay? And also 30% of the spirit damage is going to be returned as well. So Haze actually does do spirit damage. She runs Tesla bullets. They do spirit damage. Her knife does spirit damage and stuff like that. But I don't know how good the item is. Again, you need the slots for other things. You need it for enduring speed, spirit lifesteal, bullet lifesteal, heal bane, react to bear, stuff like that. Fortitude, this is just a massive tanking item. It's just going to give you a lot of health, plus 275. And then after not taking for 11 seconds, you gain 4% of your maximum regen. This item can be good on Lash and other characters. You kind of dip out of the fight. When you're low, you heal up. So you're healing 4% of your maximum health, so you heal up pretty quick. And then when you're above 75% health, you have a bonus weapon damage and movement speed. So if you're staying above, you're staying healthy in fights a lot, you're not getting targeted, you're going to get a plus 25% weapon damage bonus, and you're going to get 2% movement speed. Improved bullet armor, any character can run this. Any character can run this. Any character can run this. Like, these are just going to make you take less spirit damage, and this is going to make you take less weapon damage, okay? They just make you tankier. So if you're having a hard time getting focused by spirit damage, say Pocket is doing a ton of damage to you, improved spirit armor would make you take 50% less damage. Life Strike, this is ran on 2 characters I think that I've seen. It's just Viscous and Abrams. 40% plus melee damage. So you're just, whenever you stun people with Abrams into a wall, you're going to be punching like a truck. It gives you bonus health to tank, and it gives you bullet resist. Your melee attacks apply a movement slow and heal you for 55% of the melee damage plus 110. This heal is 40% effective versus non-heroes. So, and it's also going to slow them for 60%. So if you're Abrams and you stun them into a wall with your 2 ability, and then you punch them, they have a 60% movement slow. So you're just going to do insane damage to them. Superior stamina. I'll show you. I'll buy it. See how many bars I now have of stamina. That's what improved stamina is going to do. It's going to allow you to move around the map more, faster. It's going to allow you to stay alive in fights. Very good item. Highly recommend. Very good on Lash. Very good on Shiv. Very good on a lot of characters. But you might have to go other things instead of this. But it is a very good item. Veil Walker. So there are these black veils on the map that you can walk to in certain spots. I'll have to get my girlfriend to edit it in maybe. What these veils look like, where they are on a mini-map. Whenever you walk through the veil, it just says, walking through a cosmic veil grants you stealth, increased movement speed, restores all of your bullet and spirit shields, and grants fire rate bonus for your next magazine. Okay? So whenever you walk through one of these veils, you're going to get an invisible move speed for 5 seconds of plus 3, and you're going to get a fire rate on your next magazine. This item,
the old New York tuxedo.
So you see right now, let me sell all this. So right now, I have no bullet shield and no spirit shield. All I have is 611 health. If I buy Veil Walker, I now have 200 bullet shield and 200 spirit shield. And then say I'm in a fight and I get low, every time I walk through that veil, it has a 17-second cooldown. So if I'm low in a fight and it's really close and I have a veil near me, I can roll towards it like this. This is a veil. You see? These are the veils.
No more games.
You probably will see them around the map. And once every 17 seconds, or say you're coming out of spawn, just run through here. It replenishes all of your bullet shield. I think it's actually a very good item that's underrated a lot and doesn't get bought enough. We talked about debuff remover earlier. Good against Pocket. And just characters that you need to remove debuffs. I think this gets rid of Wraith ult as well. I'm not sure about that. Might have to test. Majestic Leap. This is good on Pocket and I guess some other characters. Maybe Mo, maybe Dynamo, you could say. It's going to give you plus 10 spirit power. Going to make your abilities do more damage when you cast them. It's going to give you plus 125 bonus health. The way you use this on Pocket is you go into the air, cast, and then you have a second activation of Leap that you need to cast in the location that you want to go. Okay? So, for example, I'll tell you all of my button presses. So I press my 1, I press Barrage, and then I'm going to finish with another... Oh, it's because I have no cooldown. So yeah, anyway, so you activate it once, and then you do it again to go where you want to go, if that makes sense. I'll show it one more time fully. So you're going to go in the air. You're going to press barrage, drop, just like that. So anyways, that's what Sleep's good for. It's good for catching people out as well, if you're playing Dynamo and other characters. Metal Skin. This is very good against Haze. Haze pops ult, shooting bullet dance all around. This gives you 3.5 second duration of nothing but invulnerability, where nobody with their weapon damage can kill you at all. Very good item. Also gives you bonus HP, gives you spirit power, fire rate. I use this on Shiv a pretty good bit because I'm fighting a lot of Wraiths. I'm fighting a lot of Hazes. I'm diving their back line. Stuff like that. Could be also good on Abrams. A lot of characters can benefit from this. Rescue Beam, I've seen this only a couple times. I've seen it ran on, I think, Bebop, and I've seen it ran on Ivy. It just gives you bonus HP, gives you 2 MS sprint speed and 9 spirit power. It's going to heal a targeted ally hero and yourself for a percentage of your max health. So it's, I think, 30% of your max health. Once while healing, you can pull the target towards you. So if your teammate is in trouble, you can use Rescue Beam to pull them back to you and save their life. Probably underused, and I guess maybe when this game goes competitive, this might be used even more, because I know it's used a lot in Dota. There's a similar item called Force Staff, where you can click it on your teammate, and it pushes them a certain direction to save them. So say like I'm running away this way, my teammate could Force Staff me, and it would push me in this direction a certain distance. I'm sure there'll be an item coming like that, but this is kind of like that, just a little different. All right, Inhibitor, 25% weapon damage. These are 6,300 soul items. This is going to give you 25% weapon damage. It's going to give you 175 bonus health, and your bullets apply a movement slow and reduce the target's outgoing damage on hit. So say say a Haze is in your face, or just whatever character's in your face, Shiv, and they're doing a lot of damage to you. If I buy this, they are going to do 35% less damage overall just for me hitting them. Okay, and it's also going to apply a movement speed slow to them. I think this item is actually decent. I'm pretty sure it's ran on Wraith a little bit. I've ran it on Haze a little bit, not too much. I'd have to experiment with it more before I know if it's any good or not. This item is ran a ton. This is just going to give you a ton. People stack Leech with Spirit Lifesteal and Enduring Spirit or whatever, and it's going to give you 35% Spirit Lifesteal, so 35%, and then plus 23%, and then plus 8%. So that's a lot of Spirit Lifesteal. It's a lot of sustain and longer fights to help you live. It's one of your, I would say, plus 25 minute plus items you would look to get. I don't get it on Pocket. I do get it on Shiv. You get it on Haze. You get it on a lot of characters. I'm pretty sure you can get it on Seven. You can get it on Abrams. There's tons of characters that you can get it on. Who else? Warden, Infernus, tons of characters. This is Soul Rebirth. You die, you come back to life after 4 seconds, and it's going to give you 50% of your health back. This item, I think, is very good for late game. If something happens in a team fight, you get called out. It just allows you a reset and not to completely ruin the game for your team. It's going to give you cooldown reduction, which is very good on a lot of heroes. It gives you 20% weapon damage, and it gives you spirit power. You need to look at these stats that these things are giving you. 18% cooldown reduction is a lot. I mean, just for an item that's going to res you when you die, it's pretty good. 18%. What is improved? What is superior cooldown? Superior cooldown gives you 24% on your non-imbued abilities. So, I mean, this is actually a better item than I realized, because you can run a lot on like characters that do spirit damage. You can run superior cooldown. You can get Diviner's Kevlar, which also gives cooldown reduction. What else gives cooldown? Spiritual Overflow gives cooldown reduction as well. So there's a lot of items that you can stack together to increase your cooldown reduction, so you can cast your abilities more if you do deal spirit damage, such as Pocket and other characters. Okay. What else? Colossus. I'll show it to you. This is going to make you big. My character grows in size so that I can't hit a shot. It's going to give you 600 bonus health. Okay? I'm pretty sure that this is just straight up raw 600. So I'm at 800 HP right now. I buy this. Yeah, this is a massive tanking item. I almost wonder if this item will be built more later on in the game. So This gives you a ton of tankiness. It's going to give you 20% melee damage and 20% weapon damage. So I feel like this item maybe should be used more on Abrams, maybe Viscous as well. So when you pop it, like I did, and you become fat, you're going to gain you're going to gain bullet and spirit resistance. So you're going to gain 40% bullet resistance, so 40% less damage from weapons, 40% less damage from spirit items, and you're going to apply a 35% movement slow in a 10% radius around myself. Okay? So you see this circle around me? I am always constantly, actively applying a 35% movement slow. So I can go into a team fight. I can pop Colossus. I'm taking 40% less damage from both damage sources. And I'm slowing everyone around me in the fight. Gives you a lot of control. Okay. Phantom Strike. This is going to give you 15% bullet resist, 30% weapon damage. Okay. You teleport to an enemy target, applying a disarm, a slow, and dealing damage. I think this item is really good. It's just having slots for it. And I feel like if you're going Phantom Strike, depending on what character you play, but I would rather just get Leech instead to allow me to sustain in fights. But I would have to do more testing around with it. This item, Shadow Weave, 15 health regen, so you're going to be regenerating a lot quickly. It's going to give you 300 Spirit Shield health and 30% ammo. You're going to press it. And when you press it, you're going to become stealth. And whenever you take damage while stealth, you get briefly revealed. So it's an 18-meter spot radius. I think that's the exact same as Haze's Smokescreen. It's going to give you a 25-second stealth duration and a 2+2 MS invisible sprint speed. So this item is going to be kind of used for ganking and stuff like that. So attacking, so you pop this, you're going to go invisible, and then whenever you attack from being invisible, attacking or using an ability will end your stealth and start an ambush, temporarily granting you bonus fire rate and spirit power. So this is good on Haze. You go invisible, and then you hop out on somebody, you shoot them, and you're just going to do a ton of damage. I haven't seen people run this because, again, on Haze, you're going to want to run Unstoppable. This item is very good on 7. It is very good on Haze. Very good on characters Lash that want to get their ults off and not stunned and interrupted. It's going to give you 150 bonus health, 15% spirit resist, 1+1 MS move speed, and 12 spirit power. So it also does make you do more damage as well if you're using your spirit abilities, because that's what plus spirit power is. And you're going to pop this like so. And whenever you pop that, you can no longer be interrupted, and you can do whatever you want with your life. You can run through any stun. Nobody can do anything to you, and you are good to go. Is there anything else that I didn't go over? Yeah, also, I've just never seen anybody run this before. So you would have to test it for yourself and see if it's any good. I appreciate you guys watching. Thank you so much for hanging with me. I know it's kind of long, but I wanted to get a pretty detailed explanation of all the items. I hope you enjoyed. Please subscribe, and I will be making a weapons guide as well. And I currently already have up a spirit items guide, so look for those, and I appreciate it. Thank you guys so much.